Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? At this time, we ask that you take your seats and also please silence or turn off all mobile devices for the duration of the ceremony. Once again, at this time, we ask that you please take your seats and also please silence or turn off all mobile devices during the duration of the ceremony. Our commencement will begin shortly. Thank you. all guests, welcome to the commencement of Capital University Law School.
Good afternoon, everyone. Graduates, please be seated. Welcome to the 2022 Capital University Law School Commencement Ceremony. And faculty, I apologize. You as well. You can sit too. A warm welcome to all of you who are joining us here in person or via live stream. We are so grateful you are here to join in today's celebration. My name is Lindsay Miller, and it has been my honor to serve as this year's Student Bar Association president. To start this day of celebration, let us reflect all the way back to the beginning of our law school journey. We started as bright-eyed first years. We knew quickly that our professors were the best. I think that we can all agree that one of the greatest assets we have here at Capital Law are our faculty and staff. I would put them up against any law school in the country, not only for their knowledge and expertise, but for their empathy, compassion, and care for all of the students with a genuine desire to see us all succeed. You don't find that everywhere, and I'm grateful that we had that gift at Capital. In our first year, we gained legal and practical knowledge. We learned contracts from Professors Ferial and Cordray. We also learned that Professor Cordray's color-coded, perfectly organized slides should be considered works of art. We also learned excellent legal analysis, research, and writing skills from Professors Anderson, Corey, Plate, and Orlando. We also learned that Professor Anderson can demonstrate a fantastic chiastic structure. We learned torts from Professors Molina and Gillis with their unmatched enthusiasm. Professor Guttenberg effortlessly taught us criminal law. He also made us shake with anxiety during his cold calls, and perhaps the longest fact pattern on an exam we ever experienced. Dean Beam taught us how to be better networkers and how to get jobs. Dean Braxton advised us and guided us through whatever need we had. He also led a truly eye-opening and life-changing series on the color of law. Professor Hara led the charge on academic success and gave us strategies and insights on how to navigate the world of law school academics. Professors Cohen, Hirsch, and Looper Freedman introduced us to the difficult world of property. And when the stress of our first year kicked in, Professor Looper Freedman gave us the reminder that it's just law school after all. Then, we were disrupted by a global pandemic that sent us all online for about a year and a half. We tackled arguably the hardest classes of law school all from home. Criminal procedure with Professor Coble, evidence with Professor Cordray, civil procedure with Professor Smith with cameos from his faithful dog Clementine, con law with Professors Beatty and Brown accompanied by hand-drawn visual aids, family law with Professor Strasser, and business associations with Professor Wood. Through it all, we persevered, we adapted, we pivoted, and most importantly, this community stuck together. We still found ways to connect, like having virtual lunch hours and happy hours. And I don't know about you, but what I missed that year was the in-person part of our community, including our awesome security guards, Jason and William, greeting us at the front desk when we entered the building, checking in with our amazing staff, Debbie, Diane, and Pat, Amanda at the registrar, Kelly in financial aid, Dean Owen, Keely in nutrition and missions, and Don in IT. Thankfully, we got the opportunity to get back in person this year. We took remedies with Professor Janudis and trust and estates with Professor Pfizer, and started the long road of bar prep with Professor Twist. Professors Bank and McCon led clinic students to help dozens and dozens of clients in the community, and we even got news that we could eat in the library, thanks to Director Wondrasik. We had our first Barristers Ball in 3 years, and maybe the best one ever, thanks to the support of Dean Valencia, gave back to our local community by raising money for Star House, and adopted over 50 families for the Salvation Army with an angel tree. Perhaps this is a bit selfish, but I find today bittersweet because although it is a day of celebration, I will deeply miss making life-changing memories with all of you. Like when Hannah Travis got a job offer in our 5th week of law school, and by the way, we'll join that firm after graduation. When Kayla Taylor, Kira Hagebrook, and Lucianne Green represented Balsa and gave an amazing presentation at Capital University's Martin Luther King Jr. Day of Learning. Sitting in civil rights class and hearing Josh Weemhoff offer an incredibly moving personal story and how it shaped him into an advocate. getting to witness every evening student, working full-time, supporting a family, and continuing to go to law school. I don't know how you did it, but you did it. Hearing the news that Dr. Todd Walker, a principal, father, and husband, got published in Columbia Law's Human Rights Law Review. Or when Chuck Andrews started a recovery program for law students and dedicated so much extra time to pro bono hours with the drug court. When Sydney Braverman single-handedly took on the peer advisor program, helping 1L students navigate their first year of law school. Watching Emily Asher be the strong leader of the Advisory Council on Inclusion, Diversity, and Equity, and also developing and presenting her own research related to curriculum around diversity, equity, and inclusion. When Maddie Easdale told me how she found her calling at the Treatment Advocacy Center. When Kara Sturtz shared about how much she adores the Capital community in every faculty recruitment interview. When Emily Smith and Kelsey Yee welcomed strong, beautiful baby girls the August of their 3L year. Margot and Lincoln are here today with us. And Kylie Landusky working at the Public Defender's Office all throughout law school. Fiona Snoddy planning and executing a fantastic Sullivan lecture. Zach Colopy greeting each classmate with a smile and without fail, always taking the time to ask every professor at the start of class how they were doing. Rachel Rafith leading Women's Law Association and running the most successful apparel sales we've ever seen. Jacob Bigby Kinslow, Alexis Pennell, Drew Golub, Megan Burge, Kyle Davis, and Jenna Tegowan spending countless hours in SBA meetings throughout the year looking out for the needs of the student body. Sitting at the table with Abdu to talk about the world of disabilities and how it is to practice law in a different country. The list could go on, and I would argue this class is the best of the best inside and outside of the classroom. Each student graduating here today has their own success story, and behind every student is a support network. So to all of our partners, family, friends, and mentors, thank you for being the motivation when we didn't think we could study one more SRS card, being a reminder to get our outline started earlier in the semester or we'd be sorry later, for being the calm in our storm of final exams and the first ones to tell us we can do it even when feeling the most defeated. We know that being close to a law student isn't easy, and we're sorry, but oh so thankful. Only about 9 more weeks, we promise. At the end of the day, we are also very privileged to be entering the legal profession in any capacity. Attending law school was a privilege, and now being a legal professional is an even bigger one. It's something we get to do, not something we have to do. Whether we realize it or not, we're entering a helping profession, and we are called to put others ahead of ourselves. If people didn't need help in some capacity, our profession wouldn't exist. We can learn from our clients each and every day about the unfairness of the world, the injustice of the world, the inequality of the world. But like Professor Brown told us once, some clients will walk in and make us cry. But we have the opportunity to advocate for change, be the change, to truly make a difference, and we have the opportunity to change lives, to even save lives. Not many people get to say that. My heartfelt thank you and congratulations to each and every one of you. May we all continue to do justice, love mercy, and walk humbly as we leave here today. And I can't wait to continue bar prep with all of you tomorrow. So we will begin with the national anthem, followed by the invocation by Capital University Pastor Drew Tucker. Please stand for the national anthem and remain standing for the invocation.
Good afternoon. Graduates, congratulations. It is an honor to be a part of this time of your lives. I'd like to begin with a moment of prayer, so I'd invite you to take a posture that is comfortable for you. Here on the historic lands of the Hopewell, Miami, Adena, and Shawnee peoples, we invite the presence of the Holy One who calls us all to holy purpose beyond ourselves. Today we gather for the vocations of law, and especially for these students who today take the next step in their purpose. Be with us now as we celebrate their accomplishments, remind them to rejoice at a job well done, and encourage them to put their accomplishments to work in ways that bring abundant life to all people. We pray this all in gratitude and grace. Amen. You may be seated.
Buenas tardes y bienvenidos. Mi nombre es Renando Anaya Valencia y yo soy el decano, o sea, el director de Capital University Law School. Good afternoon. I greet you in Spanish because even though I am a second-generation Mexican-American on my mother's side and a third-generation Mexican-American on my father's side, Spanish is the language at which I feel at home and comfortable. And that's what we want you to feel today here at Capital University. Capital University is a Lutheran school steeped in the Christian tradition. We welcome people of all faiths and those of none. So today, everybody take a deep breath, exhale. We're gonna get through this. It's gonna be fine. We're here to celebrate your loved ones and their wonderful accomplishments, and there's nothing that we can do to make today go wrong because they deserve all the praise that we give them today. So sit back, relax. Last year I had to remind the crowd, please don't get so comfortable that you put your feet up on the chairs and the tables because then the president and the provost might have a problem with that, and I'll hear about it later. But please do feel comfortable. Okay, with that said then, let me introduce the esteemed individuals with me on the stage. Starting on my right is our distinguished colleague and faculty marshal, Professor Jeff Ferial. To his left is the provost and vice president of learning, Dr. Jody Fournier. Next is the commencement speaker and 2016 alumni of Capital University Law School, Jose Juarez. To his left is the president of the university, Dave Kaufman. To my left is the university pastor, who you just heard from, Drew Trucker, who led us in today's invocation. To his left is the class of 2022 valedictorian, Christopher Wayner. Give him a hand. And next is our 2021 Student Bar Association president, who you just heard from, Lindsay Miller. Thank you, Lindsay, for your inspiring welcome address. And at the far end is Associate Dean and Professor Scott Anderson. Joining us behind the stage party are the faculty, administration, and staff of Capital University Law School. So now it's time for me to give you a few words. The first thing I'd like to say is I'd like to thank my predecessor, Rachel Janutis, who was the dean when you came in and was the dean in your first year of law school. Rachel Janutis, accompanied by Melinda Molina, who was the associate dean, brought you in and gave you the foundings, and then I came in the summer of 2020 after that. So for right now, I'd like to give a hand to Professor Molina and now Professor Janutis. You know, I am a second or third generation Mexican American, but I'm the first person in my family to graduate college, to go to graduate school, to go to law school. My father had 17 brothers and sisters. My mother had 13 brothers and sisters. So I had 30 aunts and uncles, all of whom married, and then I had 60 aunts and uncles, and I have over 100 first cousins. But I was the first that did that, and it was a very hard journey. And I know that there are those of you who have had your own challenges, whether you were the first generation, second generation, or others. You don't get to this stage in life without having hardships and without having the amount of successes that we will celebrate today. But the thing I want to talk to you about is that 15 weeks ago, as you all remember, on the morning of February 6th, it was a Sunday morning, I got notice that a person had died on the front steps of Capital University Law School building. It was a very cold morning. It was below 10 degrees, and the university police informed me that the individual had been found in very modest clothing. They were not sure if it was an overdose or if he had frozen. And the first thing that occurred to me is, how could this individual, of all the places in the world, of all the places in the United States, of all the places in Columbus, how could someone wind up at the steps of a law school for their final minutes of life? This building, this institution, this law school, where we teach people to do justice and to seek justice on behalf of others. 15 weeks ago, someone came to our front doors and breathed their last breath. That is not justice. So today, when we make you the law graduates that you are, and you go out into the world, I want you to be mindful that in your last semester, there was a personal story and narrative of how much injustice continues to exist in the world. And you are the change agents that will make that injustice hopefully a lot less. Martin Luther King Jr. said, "The moral arc of history is long, but it bends towards justice." If there's any discipline and any profession on whose shoulders bending that arc rests, it is us as lawyers, and we must do our part. I am so proud to be the Dean of Capital University Law School. I am so proud of each of your accomplishments. We will continue to celebrate you. After you are gone, you will always be part of this family. I congratulate you today, and now I introduce President Kaufman.
Thank you, Dean Valencia and Pastor Drew, Lindsay. Appreciate it. Good afternoon. You know, it's an honor to join you to celebrate this achievement and the promise it holds for all the graduates at Capital University Law School. I'd like to welcome the family and friends who've joined us for this special occasion. We recognize and appreciate the impact each of you has made on the graduates we honor today. Thank you for your support and your encouragement. For our graduates, this is at least the third time you've walked across the stage to receive a diploma. And although each one represents an important milestone, this might be the most significant degree you've earned. You had to persevere a global pandemic and navigate unprecedented conditions. It signifies a rare commitment to personal growth, professional excellence, and lifelong learning. Today also begins and marks a new beginning for opportunities yet to come. Capital University Law School has a rich history that you're now part of. As far back as 1852, the university's course catalog mentioned the organization and opening of a law school as fundamental to its educational philosophy. And since 1903, when Columbus Law School opened, that's the predecessor to Capital University Law School, we stayed firm in our commitment to provide quality, accessible, and equitable legal education for all, including first-generation professionals, minorities, and other underrepresented groups. Over the last 170 years, the values of the university and the law school have remained steadfast: to welcome free inquiry, model ethical stewardship, challenge boundaries, celebrate a faith-friendly environment of inclusion and respect, and embrace optimism for a better future. Forever transformed by your law school experience, you've been shaped by its mission to strengthen society and our legal system by developing skilled lawyers who serve diverse communities well, promoting professionalism and ethics, and furthering discourse and knowledge. Embrace these values and remember the relationships you developed during your time at Capital. Because of interactions with your classmates, professors, and staff, you've changed both personally and intellectually. They've helped prepare you to excel and live up to the mission of the law school. As you move ahead in your career, faithfully guard your reputation and honor your personal and professional principles. Position yourself as a trusted leader through impeccable character, professional excellence, and honest communications. Build on all you've achieved by keeping your goals inclusive and contributing to causes more significant than yourself. You've learned that success is not about what you get, it's about what you give. You understand that to be a successful lawyer, more than what you do, it's about who you are and what's important to you. The most significant and lasting contributions to society are done locally with others over time. Engage in your local community and earn the trust of others by saying what you're going to do and do what you say. Honor your word by making commitments selectively, but keeping every commitment you make. As you network and build community, accept others just where they are and help them become the best version of themselves. I challenge you to embrace today as a new beginning and make a personal commitment to 3 things: maintaining a positive attitude, learning from your mistakes, and you will make them, and give your very best effort, no matter when, no matter what the conditions. Creating habits around these 3 pillars will ensure you're better today than you were yesterday, and better tomorrow than you are today. Continuous growth as an individual and professional will attract the best opportunities, and success will follow. As a member of the Capitol family, we encourage you to keep in touch as you progress through your career and life journey. The university remains a trusted resource for your continued development, education, and guidance. Engage with us, share your story, and nurture the lifelong connections you made through your time here. Empowered by your academic success, remember the opportunities you were given. Thank those who helped you earn your advanced degree and find a way to pay it forward. I want to close by sharing a scripture verse displayed prominently in our law school. Micah 6:8 reads, "And what does the Lord require of you? To act justly, and to love mercy, and to walk humbly with your God." This has served as the guiding principle for your time here at Capitol. Let it continue to guide you forward. Congratulations. We celebrate all you've achieved and are proud to welcome you to the Capitol family. Congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce your class valedictorian. Graduating first in the class, summa cum laude, is Christopher Wayner.
Hi there, class of 2022. It's good to see you all, especially outside the confines of that little square grid on our screen, as I'm huddled up in my basement when it's cold and I have a blanket over top of me to listen to these classes. I found out I was going to be valedictorian, and I thought, cool, more homework to do after finals. That's fantastic. The last speech I had to give was in Dean Anderson's crim law course. It was me and Kathleen McManus. Where you at? Oh, there she is. We went on some tirade about a naked woman, and it kind of got weird from there. So suffice to say, I'm not the best speech giver, but I do promise to keep nudity to a minimum today. The speech topic, you need something that's like a hook, ties the whole speech together, and I was trying to think what that would be. I thought perhaps I'll talk about resilience. And then I remembered that we went through law school during a global pandemic, as you already heard a couple times. The implementation of the Zoom School of Law with all its attendant problems, and the mute button always seemed to toggle on when you got cold called. We lost our parking lot, had to walk 20 minutes uphill both ways. Rain on the way in, snow on the way back, baked potatoes in our pockets to keep our... That's what I'm telling my kids, anyway. We had the audacity of some professors who will remain nameless who disabled the copy and paste function in Exemplify during exams. So no, I do not think that you need me to talk anymore about resilience. You all are going to be just fine. But Professor Twist beat into our thick skulls the need for effective time management. So I have a captive audience. Your diplomas are being held hostage, and I figured I'd use this time for something good. My beautiful, brilliant wife is in the audience today, Amanda, with our darling little girl. And she, oh yes, she deserves it, all of you do. And she is pregnant. We are due for our little boy in July. Not just any time in July, 2 days after the bar exam, which shows you that you can be valedictorian and not be very smart. So we need a name for this boy, and I figured I'd use this time, throw some ideas around. Names are supposed to be someone that is a role model to you, someone that inspired you. So let me just see what you think about this. First up, I have Jeff Ferial Wainer. I was going to do Professor Jeff Ferial Wainer. It's a little stuffy, even for a baby that wears a bow tie. I was inspired by Professor Ferial's dedication to his students. You see, Professor Ferial, at least for the evening students, our first year, he had heart surgery on a Monday, and he came back by a Tuesday. Is that right? About the right timeline? I think it was late Monday, right. But seriously, Professor Verdun came in, she taught us something about a horse, and then bam, he was back. So it's unbelievable the commitment that he has to us, and all of the professors do. There's also a benefit here. I could potentially have an inn at Martha's Vineyard. I don't know. We'll talk later on, you and I, back and forth, okay? And I will manifest my willingness to enter into an agreement with you, such that the power of acceptance will be transferred to you, so on and so forth. Another option here, Professor Emeritus James Beatty Wainer could work, but I don't know. See, he's the last person I met that was so excited about the structure of our government to talk about it was the Bill on Capitol Hill from Grammar Rock. This man, his passion and enthusiasm is contagious. It made us all better who went through his courses. There's a possible drawback of the little baby having to wear a muzzle in public, if you know what I'm talking about. You see, when you talked about something really exciting, like pirates or the post office under Article 1 and Section 8 of the U.S. Constitution, it was liable to get a little... So we'll have a third option. Might be a little more controversial, but maybe not. Let's see. A boy could be named Peggy Cordray Wainer in 2022. I was inspired by Professor Cordray's ability and willingness to teach. There are a lot of smart people in the world, but very few are effective teachers. Professor Cordray took the complicated subject of the law of evidence and conveyed it to us in a digestible manner. There is a slight drawback, once again. Might have to do a 403 balancing every time we're talking about the delicious value or the deliciousness of ice cream, whether or not it's substantially outweighed by the danger of cavities. Now, I could go down a list for each of the professors here. You see where I'm going. Every one of them made a contribution to us and inspired us in different ways based on their teaching. We are in their debt. They each have a genuine passion and desire to see us succeed. I know I speak for the entire class when I say, thank you all. Now's the part of the speech where I say something really motivating and optimistic, but if you know me, that's kind of difficult to do. The name thing will get figured out. I think we all know we're going to go with Scott Anderson Wainer, chicks dig philosophers. You see, I've wanted to be a lawyer since I was very young. Others wanted to be astronauts and superheroes, but not me. I thought I was going to be an attorney. My siblings would always make fun of me and crack jokes, but now I have the terminal degree and they do not. So, based on their jokes and everything like that, I thought, lawyers have a tough job. I mean, this seems like a profession with a lot of animosity, not very well liked. So I decided to go a different route, and I became a police officer instead. Once again, valedictorian, not very smart. I've learned over the last decade as an officer and a sergeant many things. Two of them I'd like to share with you today. I think they're relevant. Number one, you need to remember this moment. How you feel right now, your motivations for starting law school, and most importantly, for getting through law school, and the impact that you want to have as a lawyer, because you need to remember your why for doing this. It's so important you don't lose path, because times are going to be hard, everything gets tough, and it doesn't matter whether your job has you getting shot at or taking bottles in the middle of Broad Street. It's going to get tough. It's going to be a senior associate breathing down your neck. It's going to be long hours. Things are going to happen. They're going to stress you. If you remember your why, you will get through anything. Number two, you do not have to do it alone. Law school was a gauntlet. It was a marathon. And the last 3 or 4 years probably showed each of you who in your life is truly there for you. hang on to these people with everything you've got. The friends you've made here who provided support and levity to make the process, this onerous process more bearable. I'm looking at my girls, Melinda and Betsy. The loved ones who are sitting around you today, who supported you even during finals when you were whiny, grumpy, tired old fool. That could have been just me, but I'm pretty sure it was not. I owe my wife so much for the last 4 years, dinners, housework, just simple attention, and I have no doubt that each of you have those today who you owe a great deal to. Cherish them, recognize their sacrifices, and honor them today. With that, I'll stop blocking your path to your diploma. Once again, congratulations, class of 2022. We did it.
Thank you, Christopher. Each year, the law school recognizes students for outstanding achievements in academics, community service, advocacy, and dedication to the life of the law school. I'd like to recognize our Class of 2020 award recipients. Your service and engagement have enriched the law school and the wider community in so many ways. And your scholarship, leadership, and work ethic have inspired us all during your years at Capitol, from the classroom to the clinic, to the courtroom, and in all co-curricular programs you've organized and led. We honor you for the energy, the time, the talent that you have shared with us at Capitol Law School. Please stand for a moment when your name is called. The American Law Institute Continuing Legal Education Scholarship and Leadership Award is given in recognition of a graduate who best represents a combination of scholarship and leadership, and this year the award goes to Kelsey Sandler-Gee. The Ron I. Freedman Memorial Service Award recognizes a graduating law student who has actively contributed to the life of the law school through extracurricular activities, and this year's award goes to Alexander M. Serto. To acknowledge excellent work in the legal clinic, the Roberta Mitchell Award is given to this year Adam M. Meitzel. Each year, one or more students receive the Ambassador Award for promoting Capitol's mission, vision, and spirit. This year's Ambassador Award goes to two individuals, Emily Danielle Asher and Sydney Marie Braverman. Capitol Law School is very proud of its mock trial and moot court teams. The Order of Barristers is an honorary society that recognizes student excellence in moot court, mock trial, and brief writing. Inducted into the Order of Barristers this year are Alexander M. Serto, Kyle Joseph Davis, DeGerald L. Edwards, Dominic Alexander Kosak, Mackenzie Patrick Malone, Emily Smith, Caitlin Irene Street, Evan C. Sumner, and Abigail Merritt Witt. Let's give them all a big hand, please. We also acknowledge the public service given by our law students who have completed at least 50 hours of pro bono legal service. This year's pro bono honorees are Tora Louise Bonnier, Abigail Merritt Wheat, Janet Gregory, Charles M. Alexander. Please stand, y'all, as I'm calling your name. Emily Danielle Asher, Alexis Ray Pennell, Michaela R. Edmondson, Emily Smith, Christina Hambleton, Caitlin Irene Street, Jonathan M. Fugate, Joshua G. Weemhoff, Scott Tyler Kovac, Drew J. Golub, Chelsea Kaylin Gilmore, Morgan A. Martin, Lindsay L. Miller, Mackenzie P. Redinger, Kyria Hagerbrook, Alicia Nicole McFalls, Kelsey Sandler Gee, Reagan Ashley Donahue, Shaquille Devonte Hildreth, Kaylee Marie Klein, Kayla Ronicia Taylor, Madeline Rose Eastland. Please give them a big hand. Thank you. Each year, at least one graduating student's commitment to pro bono service stands out by embodying the true spirit of pro bono, devoting the majority of volunteer hours to programs that provide direct legal assistance to indigent clients. Mentioned earlier in Lindsay's speech, this year's award goes to the Pro Bono Spirit Award, Charles M. Andrews, Jr. I am also pleased to present the Excellence in Pro Bono Service Award, honoring a graduate of the part-time program who, despite numerous personal, academic, and professional commitments, demonstrated extraordinary dedication to providing pro bono service. This year's part-time pro bono service award, titled the Excellence in Pro Bono Service Award, goes to Alexis Ray Pannell. The Capital Law School nominee for the National Association of Women Lawyers Outstanding Student Award is Rachel Judith Rayfall. The Public Interest Award honors one or more graduating students that have demonstrated outstanding public service to Capital University Law School and the surrounding community. This year's award goes to Kayla Ronicia Taylor. And last but not least, the Dean's Award, honoring outstanding scholarship, leadership, and overall contributions to Capital University Law School, goes to Lindsay L. Miller, your student body president. And now it is my privilege to introduce to you your 2022 commencement speaker, Jose Juarez. Mr. Juarez is a 2016 graduate of Capital University Law School, whose main objective is to open paths to every immigrant's dream. His passion for immigration law comes directly from his parents, who immigrated to the United States from Mexico and Guatemala. He witnessed what the complexity of the immigration process can do to a family. As such, he has worked to navigate the system with all of his clients while understanding what they are going through. During law school, Mr. Juarez traveled to the U.S.-Mexico border to assist women and young children fleeing from their home countries to seek asylum in the United States. He also published Flores versus United States Citizenship and Immigration Services, Clearing the Way for Admission to Temporary Protected Beneficiaries, in volume 45 of the Capital University Law Review. Mr. Juarez graduated magna cum laude from Capital University Law School in 2016. He is a graduate of Illinois State University with a Bachelor of Science in Political Science. After practicing in some of the largest and most respected law firms in the world, Mr. Juarez co-founded Bartel, Jorgalas, and Juarez LPA, a Cleveland, Ohio-based firm committed to serving immigrants from every corner of the world. He draws on his diverse personal and professional experience to offer immigrants throughout the United States and abroad representation regarding a variety of matters, including asylum, deportation defense, citizenship and naturalization, green card permanent residence, and immigration consequences on criminal matters. Mr. Juarez is admitted to practice law in the state of Ohio, as well as the Southern District Court of Ohio. He is an active member of the American Immigration Lawyers Association. Ladies and gentlemen, one of your own, Mr. Jose Juarez.
Thank you for that introduction, Dean Valencia. Dean Valencia, Provost, Pastor, President Kaufman, distinguished faculty, proud, and let's be honest, relieved parents. What a day. This day brings back so many good memories. It has been great to see professors still here teaching. and getting everybody ready for the bar exam. To the graduates of the class of 2022, congratulations. You did it. You survived law school. First, let me say thank you to Capital Law for the invitation. I am honored and humbled to be here today, and I really mean that. I am truly honored to be here today. This law school has given me and my family so much. It has opened many doors for me and has made me the attorney that I am today. I entered this law school as a first-generation American. Born and raised in the inner city of Cleveland, I was and still am a proud product of immigrants. My mom came to the United States from Guatemala when she was 15 years old. My dad came from Mexico when he was 5. At that time, I was also celebrating only my second day of marriage. Figures would have told Capital that I was not going to succeed in law school. Low-income family, first in his family to go to college, first in his family to go to law school, average undergraduate GPA and LSAT score. You name it. However, Capital took a chance on me, and for that, I am forever grateful. 9 years later, I stand before you as a father of 2, a small business owner, a law partner at my own firm, and a still happily married husband. She made me say that. Now, I must confess, as you've already heard from my bio as well as in the pamphlet, I only graduated from this law school 6 years ago. So when Dean Beam called me and told me that Capital was inviting me to be the commencement speaker for the class of 2022, I was like, you really must have the wrong Jose. But after some assurances that he really did mean to call me, I started to reflect on my time here at Capital and what drove me to become the attorney that I am today, and I still can strive to be. In preparing for today's commencement, I actually stumbled upon one of the first pamphlets that I got from Capital. They had not heard from me for a while whether or not I was going to come or not, so they just kept on sending me a whole bunch of promotional material. And it actually read something that has stuck with me this entire time. Discover the opportunity within you. And that's what I want to relate to you graduates today. Discover the opportunity that lies within you. See, in a few moments, you're about to walk across this stage, and a new beginning is about to start, and opportunities are going to open up for you to discover. Note that there is no straight path from your seat here today to where you're going to end up. Your legal career is no longer a ladder for you to climb, but rather a path with zigzags that will bring you many surprises and opportunities for you to explore. When I left that seat back in 2016, I never would have thought that in just 4 years, I would have worked for a solo criminal defense attorney here in Columbus. I would have worked for an Ohio gubernatorial candidate as a scheduler, or would have worked at one of the biggest immigration law firms up in Cleveland. However, an opportunity arose, and I decided to see where it would lead me. I decided to take a chance, just like Capital did. The opportunity that arose was me starting a firm with my 2 partners during the middle of the COVID pandemic. What a better time to start a new firm, right? What could possibly go wrong? It's not like the governor was closing businesses down to stop the spread. It's not like I was fresh out of law school. And my favorite, it's not like my wife was not 27 days pregnant away from giving birth to our second child. I have great timing. But with everything telling us that it was not the right time to start this new opportunity, we still decided to do it. And we are so happy we did. Aside from the obvious perks of owning your own firm, like setting your own hours, picking your own team, and my partner's favorite, wearing sweats to the office, We also get the privilege of representing one of the most vulnerable populations here in the United States, non-citizens seeking refuge and guidance around our complex immigration system. In less than 2 years since opening our firm, we have been given the opportunity to represent immigrants that are leaving countries that are ruled by dictatorships, like Venezuela or Nicaragua. We have gotten the chance to help those people who are displaced because of armed conflict or natural disasters like in Ukraine or El Salvador. And we also get the privilege of obtaining green cards for children who are being abandoned at the border. For every client that walks through our doors, I am reminded of my family's strenuous journey to become U.S. citizens. It took my mother 15 years to become a U.S. citizen, and my dad 20. So my partners and I try to just be one small part in our client's journey to pursue the American dream. None of this would have happened if I had not taken my own advice and discovered the opportunity that lied within me. And to be honest, none of this would have happened if my wife would have said no. Note that with the opportunity, there will be some sense of doubt and fear. Am I on the right path? Am I going to be able to support my family with this? Am I going to fail? All normal feelings when you're starting something new. However, you should not let that doubt stop you from embarking in a journey into the unknown. Take it from me, you'll be surprised what you can achieve and who you can help by taking that journey. Instead of letting that feeling overcome you or that doubt overcome you, let that fear and that doubt be a driving force for you to succeed. First, have confidence in yourself. But then know this success was not built alone. In fulfilling our dream, our firm had a support system cheering us on. My wife not only supported me through law school as the sole breadwinner, but she also helped me again when I decided to leave the big firm and go out on my own with my partners. My partners helped me with free childcare, and my dad, God bless him, he's my best promoter out there for all the soccer games and all things on Facebook, so love you. My partners helped me stress over financials every morning. I gotta make sure that there's enough money in the bank to keep us afloat, but they're providing me words of encouragement. You need to have the inner confidence to make the first step, but you will also need your support system to get to the finish line. So, to the proud parents and loved ones of today's graduates, I ask you to see the opportunity that lies within your graduate. They will need your support and guidance through their legal career. That support can come in the form of getting a phone call, checking in on them, in the form of financial support, or in the form of just a listening ear when they're stressed out. They will not be able to do this alone. I've talked a lot about the opportunity that arose for me, but your opportunity may arise in a different form. Be that as an associate at a large firm, as a public servant, or if you decide to leave the legal field and go work at a business location. And regardless of where you end up, many opportunities will arise, and I implore you to take a chance on yourself because you never know where it would lead you. Note that you're going to enter into a profession that is noble. People are going to be counting on you, not only your clients, but your family. So get on up here when Dean Valencia calls you, of course, and go discover what lies within you. You have a terrific future ahead of you. Capital has prepared you well. Your family and friends are here to support you in any way you can. Thank you again for allowing me to share this wonderful day, and congratulations to you all.
Thank you, Jose, for those inspiring words. And now, the moment that you have all been waiting for so patiently. I will ask the president to join me at the stage, or at the podium rather. Will the candidates for the Masters of Legal Studies, the Master of Taxation, and the Juris Doctor please stand? Mr. President, Mr. President, on behalf of the law faculty, it is my privilege to present to you the candidates for the Masters in Legal Studies, Masters of Taxation, and for the Juris Doctor.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I confer the degrees of Master in Legal Studies, Master of Taxation, and Juris Doctor with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities upon those who have satisfied the requirements for each of these degrees. Please be seated until you're asked to come forward to be hooded.
It says me here. Dave, are you here? Are you there? The hooding is right.
For the degree of Master of Legal Studies, Ariane Noel Davis. Josephine Gui-Shin Liu, Honors. For the degree of Juris Doctor, Christopher T. Wayner, summa cum laude. Lindsay L. Miller, summa cum laude. Todd Anthony Walker, hooded by his mentor, Philip Daniel. Abdurazak K. Abdu. Zachary A. Adkins. Charles M. Andrews, Jr., magna cum laude, hooded by his father, Charles M. Andrews. Veronica Dawn Armstrong, cum laude. Emily Danielle Asher, summa cum laude, hooded by her mother, Michelle Rogers. Manette Jean Asta. Rachel E. Ban, hooded by her mentor, Martin Midian. Jackson S. Barker, cum laude. Mahir Besarovic. Stephen D. Barrows Timmis, cum laude, hooded by his mother and sister, Elizabeth Barrows and Julie Barrows. Jacob A. Bigby. Garrett Alder Blackburn. Elizabeth C. Bobo. Tora Louise Bonnier. Kelly L. Bratton. Sydney Marie Braverman, summa cum laude. Emily Brewer. Valerie N. Brown. Robert Joseph Berta II. Megan June Burge Ash, magna cum laude, hooded by her mentor, Rachel Craig. Jessica Nicole Carpenter, magna cum laude. Alexander M. Serto, magna cum laude. Kaylee Marie Klein, magna cum laude. Abigail M. Cody, cum laude, hooded by her father-in-law, David Cody. Zachary A. Colopy, summa cum laude. Kirsten M. Cox, hooded by her mentor, Jeremy Dodgian. Alexander Philip Culp. Kyle Joseph Davis, magna cum laude. Samuel S. Delegati. Carolyn G. Deinhardt. Emily Nicole Dodd, hooded by her father, Stephen Dodd. Reagan Ashley Donahue, cum laude. Madeline Rose Easdale, magna cum laude. Michaela R. Edmondson, hooded by her mentor, Dr. Deandra Gordon. DeGerald L. Edwards, magna cum laude. Timothy D. Erdman, summa cum laude. Jacob Robert Irwin, magna cum laude, hooded by his father, Joe Irwin. Melanie H. Everett. Brock M. Fargus, cum laude. Ethan J. Fry, magna cum laude. Jonathan M. Fugate. Brittany N. Guerin, summa cum laude. Ashley Jordan Garrison, hooded by her father, William Garrison. Kelsey Sandler Gee, summa cum laude, hooded by her husband, Seth Gee. Chelsea Kaylin Gilmore, magna cum laude. Drew J. Golub, hooded by his mentor, Anya Duvivier. Vance Lusanne Green, hooded by Makita Messon. Janet Gregory, magna cum laude. Courtney Elizabeth Hart. Kiera Hagebrook, hooded by her mentor, the Honorable Judge Guy Reese II. Shaquille Devonte Hildreth. Jack Tanner Hall. John Nicholas Huffman, magna cum laude, hooded by his father, John Christopher Huffman. Cameron James. Kelly Elizabeth Hearn, magna cum laude. Caleb J. Johnson, cum laude. Brendan Jones. Nicholas A. Jordan. Michael Scott Keller. Dominic Alexander Kosak, summa cum laude, hooded by his mentor, Barry Epstein. Scott Tyler Kovac. Matthew E. Lawson, magna cum laude. Timothy Leckenby, cum laude. Thank you. Andrew Lichtman. Meredith R. Lloyd, cum laude. Austin D. Lucas. Mackenzie Patrick Malone, summa cum laude. Joelle Martin, hooded by her sister, Johanny Martin Luna. Caitlin Lee Martin. Morgan A. Martin, hooded by her partner, Charlie Cohen. John Ross Martinishan. Casey David Mayell. Kieran H. McLeese, hooded by his aunt, the Honorable Judge Sylvia Rochelle Idzorik. Amber Susan McCollum, magna cum laude. John McGahee, Jr. Haley Grace McKinley. Kathleen M. McManus. Jacob Asaf Mikolov, magna cum laude, hooded by his mother-in-law, Deborah Eckler. Adam M. Mitzel, hooded by his aunt, Amy McKinley. Joshua A. Moss, cum laude. Brent B. Mullen. Bousse R. Munz. Hannah M. Murphy, hooded by her mentor, Adam Neiman. Abraham M. Nasser. Alexis Ray Pennell. Dakota Estevano Cheney Parrish, cum laude, hooded by his mentor, Timothy Pierce. Aaron Joseph Perry, summa cum laude. Rachel Judith Rafath, summa cum laude. Mackenzie P. Redinger. Elizabeth Renee Roberto, magna cum laude. Jonathan R. Roberts. Hunter M. Robertson. Jacob Paul Schrader, cum laude. Jenna Sachel, magna cum laude. Christina M. Sickinger. Melinda Kathleen Small, cum laude. Emily L. Smith, summa cum laude, hooded by her husband, Joshua Brookins. Fiona Marie Snoddy. Taylor Morgan Snook, magna cum laude. Chase Staten. Bradley Robert Steen, cum laude. Marissa Louise Stevens, cum laude. Caitlin Irene Street, cum laude. Marieva Nicole Strohmeyer. Kara A. Sturts, summa cum laude, hooded by her parents, Chris and Craig Sturts. Evan C. Sumner, magna cum laude. Zachary D. Tabler, cum laude. Kayla Ranisha Taylor, hooded by her mentor, Dr. Deandra Gordon. Jackson Peters Tinsley, summa cum laude. Hannah Marie Brown Travis. Jenna Alexis Tagawan, summa cum laude, hooded by her uncle David Troughton. Maximilian C. Ungerman. Joshua G. Weemhoff, cum laude, hooded by his mentor, Kyle Stoller. Abigail Merritt Wyatt, cum laude. Trevor William Wilkinson, summa cum laude, hooded by his mentor, Mitch Williams. Delaney Sue Wiseman, hooded by her mentor, Jeff Lewis. Taylor Elizabeth Zink.
We have a few more folks taking pictures. I'm going to let everybody get back to their seat of our graduating students. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the class of 2022 of Capital University Law School. Now, before we depart, I'd like to recognize special individuals who've made today possible. As I call out these categories, I ask that you stand and please remain standing. Will the spouses, significant others, and children of the graduates please stand and remain standing? It is your dedication, understanding, and sacrifice that have aided your graduate in attaining this impressive goal. Now, please remain standing. Will the parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, extended family members, and friends please stand and remain standing? Your support and pride. Your support and pride in the accomplishments of these students have helped to propel them to this auspicious day. And finally, will the faculty and staff of Capital University Law School please stand? The work that each of you does, both in the classroom and outside of it, is the backbone of our institution. But before we leave today, I want to take note of two more special people, and that is the folks who have done so much behind-the-scenes work to make today possible, Pat Fitzpatrick and Debbie Scott, who are in the back and invaluable. Now, for the graduates who are leaving us today, I want to remind you of how privileged you are. All the studies and data show, depending on who you look at and who you consult, that people with a bachelor's degree are either in the top 1% to top 7% of the world population. Today, you now have a graduate Juris Doctorate degree, and that makes you even more privileged. Don't forget that privilege. I know you don't feel privileged. I talk to my students all the time. I well remember as a first-generation person paying my MasterCard with my Visa with my American Express, my American Express with my, and just trying to make it all work. And I know many of you have been living on tuna fish and chips, and all of that will soon end when you study for the bar, pass the bar, and you lead to your great, wonderful careers and paths that life may take you. With this wonderful privilege comes great responsibility. And so I will leave you with a saying that I grew up from my grandfather, and then I will translate it. And that is this: te pueden quitar la casa, te pueden quitar el carro, te pueden quitar la ropa, te pueden quitar hasta la mera vida. Pero la educación, ya que la tienes, es tuya para siempre y nadie te la puede quitar. They can take away your house, they can take away your car, they can take away your clothes, they can take away your very life. But you are now educated individuals, and no one can ever take that away from you. So I urge you to remember your privilege as you go out into the world. We thank you for your time with us. We thank your families and friends for coming with us. I hope you have felt comfortable and at home, which was our goal. And now I ask Pastor Drew to lead us in a benediction.
I'd like to invite just the graduates to rise. At this time, as we bid you Godspeed and farewell, we remember those words that are emblazoned upon the law school: to do justice, to love mercy, and to walk humbly. You're called now to do that on paths that we cannot see the ending, on ventures that you've not yet trod, and through perils that we do not yet know. But graduates, know this: you can find the faith to go out with good courage. You have received the wisdom of education, but now may you receive the wisdom to apply the law equitably. May you embrace justice to apply the law fairly. May you inhabit mercy to apply the law humbly. And in all things, in all places, embrace compassion to use your skill for the good of all people. Now, may you go in peace, purpose, and blessing from this day and evermore. Amen.
Thank you all for joining us. Please remain seated until the stage party, faculty, and graduates recess. I hereby declare the commencement ceremony for Capital University's Law School class of 2020 adjourned. Thank you.
A reminder for all guests, please promptly exit through the doors to your left. Again, we ask you to please promptly exit through the doors to your left and into the lobby. Thank you.